Folks, welcome to Clash of the Podcast, episode 153. This is going to be our SummerSlam review edition. Thank you all for joining us. I am Conrad Cushman of Everything Pro Wrestling, social media handles at EPW Show. Right next to me is the co-creator of this podcast, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, #1 in combat sports. Visit the website. Check out all of Sean's stuff. It's in the description. We are going to be talking about SummerSlam, WWE Unreal, a few updates that came in, some late ones today. We are going to be getting into all of that. There may be some things that people don't want to talk about, so trigger warning if talking about the Janelle Grant case and say stuff is going to probably come up. I just wanted to warn some folks, and you'll be hearing about that at some point in this. But yeah, man, I think that we are ready to do some big things, man, and let's talk some pro wrestling, Sean.
Yeah, bro, really excited for tonight, man. Shout out to the chat being here, man, ready to rock and roll. Let's do it, man. Conrad, my brother, drop that thing. Yeah, man. Welcome to Clash of the Podcast, man. He's Conrad. I'm Sean. He's EPW. I'm HWW. We're really fired up about tonight's show. But you know what, man? Yo, Conrad. I don't know. I got a feeling about like something just hit me, man. You know what I want you to do right quick? Hey, yo, chat. You know what? Conrad. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Doug picked up on what we was doing, man. We had to hit you on one of these, man. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. Good stuff.
Got us good. Got us
good. Hit you one of these. Like, did you want one of those, man? You know what I'm saying? Right here at Clash of the Podcast.
He told me to run it back one time, man. Appreciate everybody who's in here, man.
Look at it. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. Yo, we got a smart chat. We appreciate y'all. We knew we when we planned this, we knew you guys would pick up on it, man.
Word up, man. Appreciate all of you. Joel, thank you for the $2 super chat. I promise you're going to get those in this review. Thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Much appreciated. Let's get into this, and I'm gonna display your comments, guys, because you are talking a lot here. Zach in the house, he said, "Happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day." Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
I don't have any chocolate chip cookies though, so
neither do I. I'm on a diet, but I'll eat them in spirit.
Somewhere.
There you go.
Quills in the house. He said, "What
Quilly.
up, Sean? Chat, your boy Sir Quills is back again to enjoy my two favorite bros for episode 153 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast." And he says SummerSlam 2025 to him was underwhelming to be mid, to be honest. Night one was lackluster. He called it a crap sandwich, and then said that it was night two was slightly better, but still with some sheer buffoonery.
Shout out to Sir Quills for his verbiage, man. He's very articulate with his verbiage.
Yeah, we got Ray Thompson in the house as well.
Look at that wonderful picture of him and his daughter. That's nice.
Always good to see Ray, man. He says, "Happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I may have to say SummerSlam might be my favorite show this year."
That's not saying much, but I hear you, brother.
Listen, Ray was in the Facebook group. He was talking about the show consistently out of everybody, so I got to give him credit.
Well, we appreciate Ray. I just don't appreciate WWE that much.
Yeah, we'll get into all of this, but yeah, Ray, I appreciate your thoughts, my good friend. I'm trying to have them scroll across the screen here, and we'll get into a bunch of those. My guy Clown in the house.
Cleasy, 1-3-Z, 4-2-Z.
Afternoon, everyone. What's up, Clown? Appreciate you being in here, my brother.
The
Sean,
only Vinny we like. The only Vinny we like. Happy Monday. What a crazy SummerSlam weekend. God bless y'all. God bless you, Vinny.
Right. We got Matt Lopez in the house.
AKA M. Leezy Fo Sheezy. He says, hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. And let's kick the week off right with the two aces of our pro wrestling community. Thank you, Matt, as always.
Yeah, and Matt goes on to give a bunch of his thoughts, getting into it. Just talking about it. Gabe, I see Gabe is in the house as well. I mean, Gabe, I wouldn't say that Matt's wrong for feeling the way he feels about it. I mean, like I said, we're going to get into all this, but some of that stuff is.
I think more people than you would think agree with M. Leezy. I think a lot of people agree with M. Leezy.
For sure. Let me see here. Anyway, AEW had TV last week, Dynamite, and possibly the best episode of Collision ever. I did like Collision a lot this week on Thursday. I thought it was
good. It was good.
And heal up to Dustin Rhodes, man. Gonna have to get both those knees replaced, it sounds like. But best of luck to him. He put on a heck of a match. And what I tell you, Sean, when I told you when you watched it, what I tell you.
You called it. You called it.
That was the right call to do that.
You called it.
Miracle.
I'm searching for a miracle. I see the impossible. Shout out Miracle. He says, what up, everyone? Watching Cena's entrance made me smile. I'm an old school guy. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yes. Doug says another Monday, another clash. Conrad, Sean, chat. Teach me
how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Everybody love me. Everybody love me. Everybody love me. You ain't messing with my Dougie.
Gabe also said old school is so much better than the current product. It can feel like that sometimes if you've been around as long as we have, man. I feel you a little bit on that sometimes. McKinney, he said, yo, I'm here to talk Wrestle with the Fire live chat and the greatest duo in wrestling. Clash of the podcast, and to let y'all know, my daughter passed her, what is that? SPI finals. I'm not sure if that's a certain test, but passing anything that has finals in it, I say big ups to whomever passed it. So tell your daughter that Clash of the Podcast said congratulations.
Congratulations to daughter McKinney. We appreciate everything McKinney's done to raise his daughter up right, man. Brother, you must be doing something right if she's passing her test. Congrats to you and to her.
For sure. Deanna, welcome.
She said she enjoyed both nights, some matches more than others, but I thought it was a lot of fun. Respect, Deanna, respect.
Joe Compton says, what's going on, EPW fan? What's going on, Joe Compton?
Joe, what up, man? Welcome to the spot.
Let's see here. Everybody, he said my daughter's major is sonography.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good for you, man.
Much respect.
Spoken like a true proud father. I salute you and her.
Jocelyn says
in the building.
Sean, chat. Been a few weeks, but I'll fall asleep with the show on. That's all right. Let us put you to sleep.
Appreciate you. Hey, wait a minute. You got to watch how you speak, bro.
What? I said we're just gonna put you to sleep. We're good. Like Roddy Piper.
Okay, that's a little better. All right. Okay. Lee, thanks for fixing it up. My God, have some respect. My God.
I know when you said that, I had to clean it up.
My goodness, Conrad, you're just reckless today, man.
We're PG on this show. Come on.
We're supposed to be.
Queen of the Indies, Tiffany says hello. What's good?
Yo, shout out to Tiffany, Queen of the Indies, man. We just got together last night and discussed some stuff. We are going to be doing some material together coming up in September, man. Going to have some conversation on indies versus the mainstream product. And I'm sure that she and I are going to have some amazing chemistry and talk some good pro wrestling, man. So I'm looking forward to having her on an upcoming episode of Hubbonomics.
Nice. Always got to show love to Tiff, man. If you haven't followed her, she interviews the best people in the indies, and then we end up seeing them over here, and then we end up talking about them. So It's all love.
She's ahead of the game right now. Let's keep it a stack.
Facts. Our guy Delayed Grats in the chat. Appreciate
Delayed Grats, what up, man? Appreciate you, Delayed Grats, for always being here, man. Appreciate you.
Right. We did get some laughs for the run it back. That's where we are now. Let me see here. Gabe, I don't know if you're all right. I saw the WTH. I don't know if something happened. Somebody said, really, Hubs?
Yeah, we had to do it, man. We had to do you know what? I got the exact reaction I wanted, man. I wanted y'all to crack up and have some fun. It looks like McKinney enjoyed it. Queen enjoyed it. Emily picked up on it. Quills picked up on it. We have some very smart viewers, man. We appreciate you guys.
Word up. Tip said I'm not baking any cookies. No. You do that. That's Christmas special, right? The shows were good last night until the last 5 minutes. Man, you just summed up my feelings real quick. T-Ferg, what's good, everyone? Hope y'all had a good weekend. How was SummerSlam? I heard. We'll talk about it. I hope that we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. XG Dub, what's good?
Yo, X, appreciate you, my guy.
Elite Easy says, hey, yo, what's good, E? What is good? BJ, yo, sorry I'm late. YouTube didn't send me the reminder.
What is going on right now, bro?
It did that with yours, too. For me. I was like, yeah, sometimes YouTube just has issues like that. But, you guys know what time. What time do we go live? 6:05, just be in here, and it's going to happen soon. All good, man. After that last night's show, WWE has lost me for a while. He said, put you to bed.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, Easy E. Yo, Conrad's become the...
I said sleep.
Oh, man. Well, no, you did say sleep. That's true. But my God.
Sorry, but the R&B came out in me. Someone said Jay Holiday. See, yeah, you knew.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to see if we've missed anybody. Let's go. All right. Let's get into this show, man. If I missed anybody, we appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hit that like button for us. It helps tremendously. Like, I don't think you guys know. When you guys hit that like button to subscribe to the channel, does wonders for us. So that's the best way to help us out. It's free way to support. You guys know we both have our merch stores as well. Hubs has some really good designs up if you guys wanted to get into it, man. He's got some good vibes. These are shirts you could wear in the streets, throw them on with your Nikes, whatever you're wearing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And we got ours as well. T Public, make sure that you guys are checking us out as well with it. I guess let's get into this show, man.
Let's get into it, man. Let's do it.
All right. We had the host. Take a good look at her because this is about as long as you're going to see her. She's super fat. Cardi B. She was there, then she was gone. And that was it. She did do a good job. She seemed hyped for it.
I like Cardi B. I'm not going to disrespect Cardi B. Cardi B did nothing that deserves to be disrespected. All I'm saying is that for her short time being on the show, she could have memorized her lines.
WWE.
Yeah, she did not memorize her lines. She clearly was reading from a teleprompter, which is not the worst thing in the world. She articulated her words quite well. She spoke quite well. It was obvious that she was reading, but she did not embarrass herself nor the hip-hop community. So for that, I salute her. But, she was not part of the weekend very long. She opened up night one, and she was not seen again.
Yeah. You probably nailed it the best. Like, there's not much I don't have any complaints.
Yeah.
When it came to her, it was not offensive.
Yeah, she didn't screw anything up.
Yeah, and that's all that you could ask for.
Yeah.
Right. Like Miracle said, Cardi B was fine.
She was fine. That's a good way to put it. She was fine.
Deanna said her voice is more annoying than Vicky's. I mean, yeah.
Oh my. Oh my.
If you're not feeling the voice, you're not feeling it. But we opened up the night with our big tag team match, Sean. Sean had predicted that this could either end up going on
first or last.
Yeah, and they went with first for this one. We had the cousins taking on the Bronsons. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman came out. He was rocking the Shuafala. There were some scary moments in this one, I will say, man. For both sides, I was a little worried about the Braun Breaker jump that he hits onto the announce table. Looked like he might have tore up his knee or his kneecap a little bit. I don't know what happened there. But
he definitely was limping.
Roman Reigns almost had a WrestleMania 25 moment. Thank goodness.
That's exactly what I called it too, bro.
Yeah. And by the way, if you didn't check out Sean's review, doing some good numbers I see over there for night one.
Not bad, Conrad Cushman.
Not bad. I was rooting for the Browns, right? Either way, man, they went in there and they did their thing. Sean, I wanted to get your thoughts on kind of the finish of the match here, where
it's always been my dream as a Jey Uso fan, I like to be called a journalist because I do actually journalism on the website. Conrad doesn't prefer that word, even though he really is one as well. But I digress. Yeah, but I am a fan of Jey Uso. That's pretty obvious. My dream has been, chat, for Roman Reigns to acknowledge Jey Uso, not as the tribal chief. Take a deep breath, everybody. Relax. Nobody's saying that Roman Reigns should acknowledge. You know what he's saying? You should put the Ula follow on Jey Uso. No. But what I am saying is that I always felt that Roman Reigns should in some way acknowledge Jey Uso's 2025, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
The World Heavyweight Championship, the winner of the Royal Rumble. I just wanted Roman to at least once acknowledge Jey Uso. The dream scenario, Conrad, was always Roman and Jey win the match. We were talking about this back at Survivor Series, that is. That Roman Reigns wins the match. They play Roman's music. Roman signals to the backstage area. No. They say, and he maybe gives a yeet. They play Jay's music, and they all throw up the ones. That did not happen. But Roman taking the proverbial bullet, a.k.a. the spear from Braun Breaker, for Jey Uso. Jey Uso getting the win. Roman Reigns going like this during the match. That's as close as we're going to get, and I'm not mad at it.
Unless they're saving it for like a big, Survivor Series moment, which we've already discussed that probably should have happened already. But in the end, like you said, Roman ended up taking the spear for Jey, and Jey gets the win for his team, which, like I told you, I said Jey needed that more than anybody out of this match. Like, if the baby faces were going to win, Jey needs the win. But if it was going to be the heel side, Braun, give it to him. But Braun still looks strong, I think, in defeat.
Oh,
and they really put over Bronson Reed taking the shoes. Like, that seems to be something that a lot of people are into.
I'm not gonna go along with this crap, Conrad. I'm not. I don't care if it's you, my dear friend. I don't care if it's the chat, who I appreciate very much. I don't know what you see in this guy. I do not know what you see in this guy. Bronson Reed is better than Braun Breaker as far as a character is concerned. Braun Breaker might be the best athlete in the entire company, but that is not the point. Braun Breaker annoys the crap out of me. I do not like him. I think he's a lunatic in a bad way. I don't see it, bro. You know me, bro. Athena is a perfect example, Conrad. Athena is a perfect example. If somebody proves me wrong, I will be the first person to come on these airwaves and say, you know what? Athena, I was wrong about her. Athena is the real deal. Braun Breaker just doesn't check any box except the athletic box for me. I can't stand him, Conrad. And the fact that man might eventually main event a WrestleMania makes me sick. Unless there's a major change in his character, bro, I don't see it. I do not see it. If I put on glasses with microscopes attached to them, I would not be able to see what people see in that guy.
MJB in the place to be, sending us a $10 super chat. I promise, man, all the super chats have been about this. We are going to talk about it once we get to the end. We're just going through match by match. Guy Will Gamble, we see you. Appreciate you.
What up, Guy Will Gamble? Appreciate you, man.
I still think, Sean, I think by the end, you'll see what it is with Braun, man. I think that's the purpose of him being with him. Here's the problem. You can't have somebody like here, and then now you relegate them down to here. And that's what they've done with him so far. Now he doesn't talk, he barks. I'm like, okay. I think in the end, we'll see that the plan. And I think Heyman's going to be the one who ends up going with him in the long term.
MJB is feeling me.
He's that Braun Breaker that Goldberg wanted.
He's so. You know what, Conrad? The word of the day. That dude. If you look, I just want you to use Your X-ray glasses, not just your reading glasses, Conrad. I want you to use your X-ray glasses. The dude is corny. Just take a step back, Conrad. Chat, take a step back. Just watch how he operates. Watch and listen to him when he does promos. He's a buffoon. He's a buffoon. He has a tick. In what world is that funny or entertaining? He has a tick.
Well, that was something new added. That wasn't always like that when we were talking about this. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see how long this is going to be.
Main event. I'm gonna move on because I don't want to hold it. Main event of WrestleMania? Really?
I still right now think it could happen. Jasim, welcome, man. Welcome. Good to see you here, brother.
What up, Jasim?
Going back into it.
Do you think the right team won?
That match, you could have won either way, I think.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's one of those, like I said, to me, when people judge night one's structure, I think you had way too many tag matches when you watch how we pull these up.
Yep.
Next, we had the women's tag titles here with Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez versus Bliss and Flair. Even in this one, I wasn't too upset. They did try to play like the tension between Bliss and Flair, but I never really doubted it for a second. Charlotte needs this more than anyone in this match right now, and it's working.
Well, this is the first time we have had any inclination or moment to think that we would cheer Charlotte Flair.
Character development, too.
I mean, yeah, it's a major step in the right direction. How long it lasts, we'll never know. They've already started to tease the breakup, as you said, Conrad, right? With Alexa punching Charlotte in the face by quote-unquote accident. So it's an unfortunate thing, but the right team won. The right team won. As long as Judgment Day gets the titles back by the time Liv Morgan gets back, I'm fine.
I think now you're going to flip it. So you can let them run with it for a couple pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever you want to call it. But these guys are going to now build chemistry while Liv's out. And she's going to start to say, I like her. She's good. And then that puts her in the conflicting spot. Liv comes back. I don't like you. You've been trying to take my spot. Get to the back. And she's going to say, nah, I think I'd rather team with her. That's where all the drama's going to be. But they ended up getting the win, and we have new women's tag team champions. This has been a spot we've seen Alexa in multiple times, and I think this is Charlotte's second run with the She won with Asuka, I believe. So not bad. I think we kind of laid this up. Like, it's there. You did the right thing. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, and it makes Charlotte likable, which is a very difficult thing to do.
Yeah, and it's working. So good for Charlotte. And yeah, keep the progression up. Next up, we had Sami Zayn carrying Cross. Sami Zayn carrying Cross. How did you feel about this one?
I got to start off by saying I have nothing against Sami Zayn. Okay, I want to preface my comments. I have nothing against Sami Zayn. I've been
hearing that a lot from people. People have been hating on Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I have nothing against Sami Zayn, but this was a disgrace. Karrion Kross not winning that match is a disgrace. You tell me you want to give the fans what they want after the reactions that Karrion Kross has been getting, and you have him lose. This is 2 straight pay-per-view losses. Karrion Kross deserved that win. The fans deserve for Karrion Kross to win, and for somehow we have to continue this ride with Sami Zayn. This is why people. Let me tell you something, Conrad. Chat. If Sami Zayn starts to get booed, it's not Sami Zayn's fault. And I want you to take it from there, Conrad, just so I can be sure that you know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna say that statement again, and I want you to respond. If they start booing Sami Zayn, it's not Sami Zayn's fault.
The problem is when you go back into the last few years of WWE, they book themselves into corners. And I don't know why you do this. So you have Sami who's working with this guy, and it's probably because you limit how many people can get on the show. So you're like, oh, we got to find a spot for Sami, and we got to find a spot for Cross. Let's put them against each other. Great, but now
somebody's got to win. Someone's got to lose.
Sami, right? Because people don't turn on the booker even though that's what we're here for, to tell you that's who you should turn on. You turn on the wrestler in the ring, and it's like, you put Sammy in a position that was not so good. They basically, Sammy won, man. Sammy defeats Karrion Kross here. I don't know what else to say about this.
I mean, clearly Sami Zayn is going to win the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, which is fine, I guess. But Karrion Kross deserves better. Really?
Yeah, my numbers dropped greatly on that.
Well, I thought it was a done deal because of the win that I was equating. I know it's money months in advance. I was equating Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble with the fact that he beat Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good. Basically, Delayed Grads, this is what was making me laugh when you were talking before. He said they had an awesome SmackDown match.
Yeah,
but I guess Karrion
well
Kross
said.
WWE now. I don't know if he's leaving WWE, and I wanted to pull up what Triple H said on the press conference, and Scarlett Bordeaux reposted it as well. What do you make of this, Sean? It was unreal. They write scripts, and but the fans write the truth. Thank you, TikTok. And he kind of just said that.
Yeah, I think, first of all, for anybody who doesn't understand TikTok, he's not talking about TikTok, the app. He's talking about TikTok as in TikTok
time
clocks, right? It could mean he's on his way out the door, meaning he's waiting for time to run out of that hourglass for his contract. Or it could mean that there's something on the horizon that we don't know about. Now, the problem with this situation is this, Conrad. Triple H has done something with his decision-making on Saturday night that has not, I'm not going to say it's changed my mind about him, but it's given me 1% faith where before it was 0. The decision-making of the main event of Saturday night, which we're going to get into shortly, has given me 1% faith in Triple H as a booker. Not any more than 1%, but before it was 0. Now it's 1%. So is there a 1% chance that these losses are going to lead to something bigger, better, and more uplifting for Karrion Kross? It's possible, but also it could be Karrion Kross could be leaving WWE, which is really a shame because Karrion Kross, for the first time in his WWE career since he's been in NXT, finally has some traction. But these 2 losses to Sami Zayn back-to-back may have derailed all that momentum.
Yeah, the momentum will come and go, and you had something, and you kind of like keep cutting it off at the leg. So
do you see now why Jey Uso winning the title back at WrestleMania? It should have been before WrestleMania, but do you see why Jey Uso getting that title at least once was so imperative? Because these moments come and go.
Yeah. Strike while the iron is hot is what
as they say. Mm-hmm.
Sean, we had a WWE Women's Championship match here between Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. I've got some weird thoughts on this one because this one was kind of quick, I thought. But Jade was in there, and I thought they started off great. It was good. And I'm talking very beginning, follow me. This is the whole match. Great backbreakers. Boom, boom, boom. They're hitting their spots. And then there was a moment of clunkiness, and then it stayed clunky. And I'm not here to dissect the moves and wrestlers make mistakes. I'm not a wrestler. I don't know everything they do. I've watched long enough to know though when something's clunky and the moment's not right, and then everything after that just kind of fell apart and unraveled. It was kind of like a mug that broke and it keeps crumbling the more you're trying to put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing here. They kind of just went. I don't know. They kind of just went off about everything else, the putting the foot on the rope. You could see what happened. I'm like, what are you guys doing? What happened here? And Jade gets caught with the prettiest moonsault ever, and Tiffany retains. I thought it was Jade's moment here, but apparently we were wrong.
I'm going to say this with a lot of respect. I respect Jade and I respect Tiffany Stratton, but this is going to sound super disrespectful. I couldn't care less who won this match. Couldn't care less. I predicted Jade because I thought it was Jade's time. Clearly, I was mistaken. Tiffany has fallen flat to me as a babyface, and Jade still has some more polishing that needs to be done. Should they pull the proverbial trigger on Jade Cargill to get her to a championship? Perhaps I've always said that I think Jade Cargill's next logical step would be to get the United States Women's Championship. I think that would be a better move for her to help her develop while she has some gold around her waist. I don't care who won this match. I think that it was a clunky match is the word I would use, Conrad. And unfortunately, it left a lot to be desired. Tiffany's still the champ. I guess we move on and see what happens next.
Question for you in the chat. Do you guys still have faith in Jade? That Jade can still be the champ? She could be like one of the top people in this division?
I think Jade Cargill could be the greatest female competitor of all time. But she needs to develop. Jade Cargill has gifts that most human beings wish they wouldn't even have the courage to dream about because they wouldn't even think they're possible. She is physically, and by the way, I've done my homework, mentally as gifted as any female competitor in the history of the business. However, she has not been given the proper time to develop her in-ring technique. And until she does that, she might be forfeiting all that talent. Jade Cargill has the ability to be, the raw ability to be the greatest. I'm saying it right now. I'm going on record. Jade Cargill has the ability, the God-given gifts to be the greatest female wrestling competitor of all time. But just because you're given gifts like that, you have to cultivate those gifts. And I don't think she's done that as of yet.
Understood. I see a lot of people say Jade needs time to develop. She could be pushed if she was packaged like an AEW squashing people. Jade needs more in-ring time. Maybe I saw a lot of people commenting on they wish they had more house shows, some of them, to get the reps in. I had faith in Jade making it big in Hollywood one day. I still think that's possible as well. Vinny says she ain't got it in the ring. Okay.
Right now, she doesn't. Vinny's right. Right now, at this very moment, she doesn't. And it's a shame because, again, she's been given some God-given gifts that are second to none. But you have to polish and cultivate and get to a point where those gifts, that potential becomes kinetic. That's for all the science fans out there.
Respect.
Yeah.
We go to the tag match here. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I thought that this was all right. I think they held it down. It could have been far, far worse. I've seen some people say it's the best celebrity match. I'm not going that far. Sorry, I've watched a lot of this, and no, I'm not going
I mean, this is nothing compared to Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. No, it's not even close.
Yeah. But you know what? I thought Jelly Roll did a heck of a job. Him losing all that weight showed the dedication to this. I can respect that. The people I feel bad for in this are Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, but they look like they were having fun. So if they're good with it, great. Logan Paul continues to show his athletic feats. As much as you want to boo the guy or dislike this guy, and it's very easy for me to do so athletically in the ring. I don't know how he does what he does. Like, he just does it. I don't know. And trust me, like, I don't like Logan Paul at all. I never have cared for Logan Paul, and I probably never will care for Logan Paul. So it's always going to sound like I'm hating on him, but he did all right in this match. I'm not going to hate on him too hard.
That's not hate. I don't like Logan Paul either. Two things can be the same at the same time. He's annoying, and he's a great athlete. There's nothing wrong with the both things being true. But I want to put the spotlight on Jelly Roll. You know why I knew that Jelly Roll would be successful in this match? Because Jelly Roll is a real fan. Jelly Roll wasn't, commissioned to be there. It wasn't a ploy. It wasn't a stunt, a publicity stunt. That man really worked, and that man really tried to get himself to a point where he can put on a good match. That Boss Man Slam is solid. That choke slam is solid. The fact that he took that splash off the top rope through the table was solid. I love Jelly Roll's performance. I think he has so much to be proud of. I think that he's put on a great performance for the big brothers out there. I salute him, and I think that at the end of the day, probably the right team won because you got two guys that are going to be there, longer than Jelly Roll. Logan Paul's a a part-timer himself, but he's not as part-time as Jelly Roll. We might not see Jelly Roll in WWE for 6 months. But at the end of the day, Jelly Roll did great. Obviously, Randy Orton is a legend, and Drew McIntyre did his thing too. It was a good match. It wasn't anything more than what I expected. It wasn't less than anything. I think you put it perfectly, Conrad. It could have been worse. It could have been way worse. They did not stumble over each other. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Held it down, and shockingly, again, the heels got the win.
Mm-hmm.
We got that one wrong again too. Like I felt night one, we did not do too hot on our predictions.
Well, I started off the gates like a gangbusters. It was Roman and Jay, and then it was the women's tag team titles. But then after that, it started going downhill.
Well, I think we agreed on night one fully. It was night two where we started to differ on some of the stuff, but crazy. Let's get to this main event, man. CM Punk versus Gunther. By the way, I just happened to watch Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov from NXT way back when it was empty arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal match.
Oh, yeah.
Just a different guy. But CM Punk comes out in the Fantastic Four gear. They are doing their thing, Sean, man. This was a wrestling match. This felt like watching 90s wrestling a little bit. Like they took their time. They went through the motions. Some people were probably going to hate the lockups and stuff, but Punk was like, there's no chemistry yet, but let's feel it out, and we're going to play off of these people. And they did very well together, I thought. By the end, they were cooking.
Fantastic in-ring performance by both guys. I don't really have much to say about the match itself. Obviously, there's so much more that happened afterwards. I'm just
it's
really
overshadowed.
Yeah, I'm just really upset though, because I felt that my assessment of Paul Triple H Levesque has been really spot on. Mid to lower mid booking, easy cookie cutter booking. But for once, Triple H got one right. But I do tend to agree with you that Paul Heyman probably had a lot to do with it. So I'm not going to give Triple H all the credit. But the match itself was really good. I mean, I love the double go to sleeps. I love the blood spot. I believe Gunther does actually have a nose situation right now, so he is going to be out of action for a little while, getting nasal surgery, I believe. So big ups to him. Get well soon to Gunther if those reports are true. But when the bell rang and CM Punk was celebrating in the ring with tears in his eyes, what we all thought was a possibility. What did I say, Conrad? You tell me. What percentage did I give it?
I think you went 65-35.
I went 65. Yes.
You said 70-30 to me, and I believe that is.
Yeah. But and the 65-30, the 35 was that I didn't think Triple H had those kind of creative chops. I didn't think Triple H had the creative chops to come up with a storyline where Seth Rollins faked an injury 6 weeks earlier, kept off TV for 6 weeks, doing outside WWE interviews with a knee brace and crutches to have it come full circle. Even though 65-35 should give me a little bit of a pat on the back, I wish I just trusted my instincts. It was like, it's a work. But it was like Triple H coming up with something that creative? Nah. But I was wrong.
Yeah, they did what they were going to do here, and I'm not too upset with the whole process. I think me and you, we can both agree to this. We never believed in this after the fact. There was no way. Nah, Seth, something smells fishy about this. You didn't throw up the X. You didn't do this. People didn't know, but they had people wondering. And listen, if you're a fan who doesn't listen to the podcast and all that, you were probably shocked. Me and Sean, I just sat there and I just laughed. I was like, yep, there it is.
They got us.
Yeah, he curb stomped CM Punk and took the title, and him and the boys were out there. And pay attention to Braun Breaker's right knee. But they were out there celebrating. Paul Heyman even he sat down, crisscross applesauce. I didn't know who was going to help him up after, but they went off the air like that. I was like, all right, Paul, you got to get up now doing all this. And they stood over CM Punk. Here's what I want to get out of this before we go into night two. Sean, where are they going with this, in your opinion? For WrestleMania, and what is the end game here? Because how long is Punk and Seth going to continue?
Well, I mean, the odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble has to be CM Punk, even though I think it'll be Sami Zayn because it's in Saudi Arabia. But the odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble has to be CM Punk. I think Seth Rollins holds on to this title until WrestleMania, and I think it's going to be Seth versus CM Punk. I truly do. But then again, at the same time, I have a small inclination. There's just something in the back of my mind that says if CM Punk wins that Royal Rumble, he might choose someone else.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna get into night 2 stuff, and you guys have all probably already seen it, but I'm gonna say it like this. How do you get to Punk? To me, the matches are these two, and I'm calling my shot now for what I think the 2 main events will be. You're gonna get Seth Roman for the world title, and I think you're gonna get Punk Cody, like you said, for the WWE title.
I just got a feeling. I got a feeling that CM Punk might shock the world and say, you know what, I want Cody.
How do you end this feud though without it? And to me, Roman's whole thing is he's never beaten him. That's why I said my things for Sammy has dropped. Sammy's my dark horse pick. He's in that Jey Uso spot last year where I'm like, you're a dark horse pick now. If you win, I'll give you like 15-20%. But if it happens, I'm gonna be shocked. Like, whoa, they did it.
I did predict Jey would win, and then I backed off.
You shouldn't have. You would have been probably the talk of social media.
Yep.
I love it, man. I love it. And I see a bunch of people's comments. Triple H wrote this up. CM Punk will get the win, then Rollins. His guy got the title off the cash-in. It also plays off of what Punk has done, man. Ren says, Seth worked us all. Might be right.
He did.
Miracles, I love the old school pace of the main event. The match was good. Cash-in was predictable. However, being predictable isn't always bad. I will fully agree with that, Miracle. It did not hurt. 8 out of 10, Quill said for this match. Punk displayed infinite toughness and resilience, constantly overcoming adversity, or so I thought. That adversity came crashing down in the back of his head. Mania 2 main events. Yeah, it could be. Someone said Seth pulled a Willy Wonka. He did. CM Punk is not healthy enough to be night in, night out champion. Seth Rollins will eventually face Braun Breaker at WrestleMania 42. I don't think they're ready for it yet, but we'll see. I don't know.
Should never be ready for it.
Because then what's Roman doing?
We should never be ready for it. Keep Braun Breaker as far away from the main event of WrestleMania as possible, for God's sake.
Yeah, Reigns has to win the Rumble for that to happen, I think. Ain't no way Punk choosing Cody unless Seth doesn't have the belt. LOL. Could be. Stop that.
He's an idiot.
Let's get into night 2. We're gonna keep moseying.
Oh God.
The booing that came from me the moment I heard it, bro. I was like,
please.
And you know what? Stephanie's getting into in this segment.
No, bro. Stephanie's even worse. Yo,
Stephanie doesn't work there.
She doesn't. It's cringe, bro. It's cringe.
Imagine when creative says they have nothing for you. You're like, I couldn't have announced the WrestleMania numbers.
Oh, please.
But we're gonna get into this a little bit. I think that Triple H is corporately positioning himself in a certain way, and I'm just gonna leave it at that for right now. And I'm sure we're gonna talk about it.
Fair enough.
Let's get into the women's triple threat. They had possibly one of the best matches of the year at WrestleMania. They kind of saved their card a little bit on that night. But
let's talk about how night 2 was a crap card anyway, except for the first match and the last match.
Well, they threw a lot of stuff at the wall, I feel like, with this one.
Yeah.
So getting into this triple threat, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. Sean, what did you think of this one?
It was a good match. It was a good match.
Naomi's entrance too. I didn't even give props. Her father played.
Shout out to her father. Yes, it was a good match. Look, Io and Rhea almost can't have a bad match, and I was just really praying that Naomi would be able to hang and show what I know her to be, which is a top tier female competitor, and that's exactly what she did. And the right person won, so I'm very happy with the outcome of this match.
Yeah, I thought they played it off right. It was basically playing into the exact same thing of last time of, you think you got it? Naomi said, "Get out of my ring," and took the pinfall and got the dub. I think it's too early to end Naomi. Listen, and I'll go back. You can go back in time and you can check me on all of this. I have said things about Naomi's skills, and guess what? Naomi has proven me wrong. Full over. She has turned around this entire thing, and Naomi has gotten so much better. And I'm happy that she's getting this reign right now. Let her do her thing, and she has earned this.
Well said.
Happy for her. People don't admit when they're wrong a lot of times. Me and you do. That's one thing I will always respect about both of us. Is like, nah, I was wrong about.
I was wrong. I seen this dope. I was wrong.
Yeah. Let's get into this TLC tag match. They were trying to. 25 years ago, the first ever TLC at SummerSlam 2000, and in the crowd they had the Dudley Boys and the Hardys. I thought they were going to jump.
What freaked me out is that they go to the Dudleys, and then they put the camera on the Hardy Boys, and we're talking about a 25-year retrospective of TLC, not realizing they're the current TNA World Tag Team Champions right now. It's like I mean, you got to give them props. I know obviously they've slowed down a lot, but like they're the current TNA World Tag Team Champions. We're talking about a 25-year-old match and a 25-year retrospective. But currently, right now, they're the TNA World Tag Team Champions.
So was it nice TNA got mentioned to promote the Hardys versus Dudleys wrestling at Bound for Glory? Yeah. I mean, good for them. I guess I'm kind of like
McKinney
said TLC stole the show in my opinion.
It was good, but the wrong team won.
Ooh.
You were right, Conrad. Big ups to Conrad, but the wrong team won.
I just saw I was like, you can't take these belts off of them that quickly. Who did you want to have win it? Who did you think was the right team?
I will want and predict are two different things. I wanted the Street Profits, but I predicted DIY.
At one point, I thought you were right with DIY when who was it? Tommaso Ciampa did like the little roll up and he flipped up. I was like, yo, he could just grab that if he's sitting there. He's got enough strength, but they didn't do that. I thought the Street Profits performed great in this one. Listen, I got to give it up to the Lucha acquaintances, Andrade and Rey Fenix, bro. Like they did their thing there.
They did.
Yeah. Fraxium did pretty well. They had a new theme song too. I had noticed. I was like, oh, okay. Still trying to get better with my WWE themes a little bit. I'm not used to like the Street Profits theme, so I missed the old one. It's what it is, man. The Wyatt Six ended up winning. They had little interference from everybody, and that's how they ended up getting the dub.
And by the way, them playing that was an homage that they paid to Lita and I believe Spike Dudley with the bumps that they took.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you guys picked up on it.
That was pretty good, by the way. I heard Lucha acquaintances. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Candice LeRae, that fall, I felt bad for her knee. I was like, I hope she's all right. Someone said Carlos Silva Costa is playing the long game. All right, Carlos, don't play yourself. But yeah, Wyatt Six win. I don't know how long they say the champs for. I can't imagine too much longer, but I feel we'll have new champs by like October, November.
Agreed.
These belts have been like kind of there we go. SmackDown's fun. Look, we're good.
Introducing the new pinball tag team champions.
Here comes the They were still wrestling up till a couple years ago. We had ourselves a what did they call this? This is no holds barred.
No holds barred for the Intercontinental Championship.
If I win, you can't challenge. If you win, leave me alone. Mess of a match this was. Becky and Lyra Valkyria.
I was sort of right about this match. I said that Becky would win because Bayley would side with Becky. She didn't actually side with Becky, but she helped Becky win.
Bro, can I just say something here?
Sure.
I don't know if an error was made or whatnot. So, guys, Bayley stops her from using like a wrench or a pipe or something. I can't remember what it was. And then the finish of the match is Bayley gets up there with the chain wrapped around her fist, and she's going to hit Becky, but Becky ducks and she hits Lyra. Why did Bayley just sit there like,
Like an idiot.
There's no rules. Go make it. Yeah, but I think she was supposed to get kicked off. But if no one touches you, you're like, well, what do I do? You can't just fall like, oh, I can't believe this happened.
Kind of Bush League, kind of corny, but you know.
Yeah, I was like, maybe Becky was supposed to knock her off, and she was like, well, I look stupid now. So
yeah.
But Becky retains, and this means Lyra can't challenge for the title, right?
While Becky has it.
Yeah, and BJ, hold on. I don't want you to think that I hate this match. I thought this was a very good match. I just questioned the ending a little bit, where I was like, knock her off the apron just so that she doesn't look foolish, you know?
Agreed.
Because she's standing there holding the chain like, why do you do that? The crowd voted with its silence.
I mean, it was a good match, though.
Yeah, these two have had pretty good matches. Like, listen, and I'm not Lyra's like biggest fan, but I'll give her credit where credit is due.
You know, she's growing on me, Conrad. I mean, when I'm not there yet, but like at first I was like, "What's this girl doing on my television?" But like, she's starting to grow on me.
Sean's in the house doing the bird chants when he hears the music.
I'm certainly not. I'm certainly not. But no, the fans don't even get it yet. Like they say "woo" every verse, but no, she's getting better. She's getting better.
Yeah. Going back into the card. So Becky wins. I assume we're getting Becky and Bayley next.
Clash in Paris, I would think.
Yeah. So, but I think we're going to see problems between those two. Maybe Lyra aligns herself with Becky now. Maybe that's the flip play.
Yeah.
Can't beat him, join him. She was always right. You know,
the entire time.
Good match, but after that TLC match, the crowd was tired. McKinney thinks
Facts.
Could be crowd structure is important. I've never thought we should put a TLC match on second. Like I've never thought
not a good idea. And stop having Jay and Roman open pay-per-views. My God.
Yeah, I think that's a new hot spot though. People always want. Back when we grew up, Hubs, like that was like Johnny B. Bad's coming out to face DDP or something.
That's right. That's
Nowadays,
right.
It's not like that anymore. Now it's a coveted spot, and main eventers will be like, "I'm taking that there, so I can leave."
Well, welcome to SummerSlam. Coming down the aisle, accompanied to the ring by Deborah.
That Howard Finkel was a little too good.
Yep. Yo, I got the Howard Finkel voice down pretty good. Shout out to Howard Finkel. Rest in peace.
We had ourselves a cage match. We haven't had one in many of years for the United States Championship. It was a family issue. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu battled out in this one. Lots of interference in this one. The what are they called? The MFT?
The MFTs. Yep.
Bruh,
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing that I'm really ashamed to say because I like Solo and I love Jacob. You know what happened to me during this match?
Sleepy?
I fell asleep.
Ooh.
I fell asleep during this match. I'm ashamed to say it.
It was a rough one, man. Jesse came into it. I missed the rant. We have not ranted.
No, we didn't. Nobody ranted. Jesse, we behaved ourselves, man.
We're going in order though, so trust me.
Yeah. Accompanied to the ring by Deborah. It's gonna be my thing now.
I need to beat you more than anything, Rock.
That's it.
Deborah's not my wife. She's your wife.
Take her out of the equation. Bam, non-factor.
I know BJ's laughing somewhere. Jacob Fatu, man, he did have his moment, man. That moonsault off the cage. Tonga Loa, bro. I was worried about his head. Did you see the bump check?
I saw it. I saw it this morning when I woke up. Yes.
He did not fall asleep for the rest of the show. At least
I woke up for the main event. I woke up for actually I did, but that match I did have to. Out of preparation for this show, I did have to watch Solo versus Jacob this morning.
There's a lot of honesty here tonight.
And you know what else? I'm accompanied to the ring by Deborah.
Solo retained here, which I think is fine. I don't know how quickly they're ready to move in with Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. It makes me wonder. And to me, your third guy is Obafemi. Those should be your three main eventers here.
100.
We'll see, man. Rob said kind of similar things that a lot of people did. Cage match was just boring.
I didn't fall asleep by accident. Like I was just sitting there like watching the show. I mean, I should say I didn't fall asleep on purpose. I was watching the show and I just dozed off. It was like, oh my.
You know what though? I think along with what everyone else is saying, I think cage matches just don't have that luster they used to like when we were kids, man. This ain't Superfly from the top of the cage hitting splash. It's more so like my dog. There's a lot of interference in this cage match. What are we doing? It's supposed to keep people out.
But you know what happened if there was no interference? They'd be accompanied to the ring by Deborah.
Yeah. Matrix.
Yo, Conrad, don't you dare act like this is gonna be a thing, Conrad. This is gonna be a thing.
He's gonna sell shirts that say Deborah on them, not with
Deborah. Like I don't know, I do it pretty well. The Deborah. It sounds like Howard Finkel. Chat, let me know. Does that sound like Deborah? It sounds like Howard Finkel.
Too much like Howard. Secret of the
Matrix
says that he put on first night of SummerSlam as background noise till the main event.
Hey,
I get it. MJB, thank you for the $2 super chat. Zilla and Big Quiche had strong words. I think that family stuff, they should have kept that private.
I think so.
I know, and I get Rikishi was just critiquing on his podcast, and I think Zilla shouldn't have responded back either. I just think that all that should be kept private, and even with Zilla's mom, like y'all talking private about this. I don't want to hear this. Like I don't want to see y'all fight either, truthfully. And that's just me talking as a fan. But I don't know.
No, that's an accurate assessment. Like, you got to keep certain things in house, man.
Yeah. Let's see here. It sounds like Howard. Yes. Moving into the
I don't know why that's so funny. I don't know why. Yo, my sense of humor is nuts, bro.
Ain't nothing funnier than AJ Styles in this one either.
Oh, dear God. Well, no. Put the camera on me, bro. On us. Yo, AJ's entrance was kind of cringe. Was it just me? It was kind of cringe. I know it was supposed to be.
The shimmies were cringe.
Yeah, I know it was supposed to be like I know it was meant in good taste, but he wasn't like it was cringe. It was like, oh no.
Yeah, and I don't know what they were doing here. Maybe Eddie's one of his favorites. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, I respect it, but ooh.
Yeah, AJ Styles cashing them checks, y'all.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. AJ came out wearing an Eddie Guerrero attire. It felt weird to see AJ with no gloves on. It just looked weird to me.
And for some reason, a big shout out to Conrad for his continued excellence when it comes to the production of this show. For some reason, during this match, people started throwing on their night lights, their cell phone lights. It was weird.
I think it's just because the lights started getting dark for the show. But I was just like, oh, this is weird.
It was weird, okay. Right.
Yeah, I didn't mention this for the Wyatt 6 match either, but yeah. Please have them do their entrance when it's nighttime instead of I always thought it was weird, like when Bray and Undertaker faced at WrestleMania 31. Like, why?
It was weird. Why would you not have it there? Agreed.
Yeah, but I digress. The right person went over this. Dominic Mysterio wins. AJ gains nothing by being Intercontinental Champion.
Do you know who else uses the nightlight? Deborah.
You're done. He's done. He's done. I actually fell for that. Like. I was like, are you gonna talk about the intern right now?
No. Oh gosh.
Reading books. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Shout out to the intern.
Yes. He was just outside yelling right now to me.
Yeah.
It's what it is, man. It was an Intercontinental title match. They did their thing. Yo, they're dying right now. I guess it's a reason for everything, Conrad. Yeah, for sure. AJ Styles acting like a dad trying to be hip.
Yeah, it was cringe. It was a little cringe. Shout out to AJ, but it was cringe.
Yeah. They like I said, they did what they had to do. I don't know when AJ's done, when he wraps up everything. They mentioned this might be his last SummerSlam, so.
Well, I mean, he's getting older. I mean, we love AJ, but he is getting older.
Listen, all the Ring of Honor, like the cats who we first watched the Ring of Honor, the Punks, the Joes, the AJs, like time's running out, man. Cena and all them came up around the same time. So
one thing my mother has always told me, God bless her, I hope she lives a long, long time. We don't get any younger. That's not the way it works.
Sadly.
Yep.
Sadly. Seeker said one more time.
Deborah. I don't know why I get such a kick out of that. Oh man, like I have a weird sense of humor, Conrad. I do.
This guy. Quills gave Styles Mysterio 6 out of 10. Sean Finkel, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, Howard Finkel. All jokes. We weren't planning on doing this. This is strictly like an impromptu thing I'm having. Howard Finkel is my favorite announcer of all time.
Oh, I think he's the greatest. Like,
you
can't beat the and new, bro. I still get chills when I hear and new.
Yeah.
Federation Intercontinental Champ. I'm just like, oh, Howard, you're the best.
Absolutely phenomenal. Rest in peace. He's the GOAT in my opinion. Rest in peace to Howard Finkel.
Yeah. Let's get into this main event, man. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I'm about to surprise you guys. I thought they did fantastic in this. I thought they held it down. And I know it's a smoke and mirrors match, Sean.
No. Don't second guess what you're saying. You're on the money with what you're. Yeah,
I fully believe this though. John Cena, babyface John Cena. This tells me that heel turn, as cool as the moment was, it was the wrong move. The next day after elimination, it was the wrong move after the change. That was not it, bro.
I came up with a phrase. I hope you like it, Conrad. We did not discuss this in pre-production. Do you know what I call the John Cena heel turn? I've coined a phrase and chat. I want you to feel me on this. Can I give you a little bit of background before I give it to you?
Go ahead.
Anybody who watches baseball, Conrad, I'm gonna ask you as well. Do you know what happens? This is very real, guys. Chat, pay attention. Here we go. Do you know what happens if somebody in a Major League Baseball game hits the ball over the fence, but stops at first base? Do you know what that is?
Please elaborate.
A single. You can hit the ball 500 feet. If you stop at first base, it's a single. Look it up. So that's what I equate the John Cena heel turn to have been. It was a 500-foot single.
And it looked like it was going, but then it fell too soon. That's a good point. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
And Guy Will Gamble's right on the money. Robin Ventura, absolutely. There you go, Guy Will Gamble. That's a real thing. They call it the grand single because he got mobbed by his teammates rounding first. He never made it to second. In the scorebooks, it's a single.
I don't even want to talk baseball after that 12-13 L.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm just making a point. Grand slam single for me. Amazing moment. Nothing happened afterwards.
They turned Cena babyface in a promo on SmackDown. Sean saw me. I was disgusted by this. I sent him a message. I sent other people who I'm friends with on here messages. Like, dude, what are they doing right now? You cannot do stuff like that where you're like, maybe we'll just go, I was wrong this whole time. And I was like, you're not going to save it for the match? You're not going to do it? It's all going to make sense why they did it now. But when it's Friday night and I'm watching, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So people are wondering, is he going to turn? I told Sean, I don't think he's going to turn. I was one of the few people that probably stood on that. Like, nah,
you did stand on business when it came to that, Conrad.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to do that. And this match, they pulled out all the stops. I think someone had a counter on, and I think it took 8 AAs and was it 6 crossroads?
Yep.
Dude, that was a lot of finishers in this one, and they were kicking out. It was Super Cena versus Super Cody.
It was a great match, 100%.
Yeah, just because, man. BJ's anticipating it. It's coming, BJ. I promise you. I promise. You're about to hear it in a second. I don't know, man. Quill said 10 out of 10 for this match, and he said he usually doesn't give 10s, but I thought this was a battle of true attrition. Respect.
Agreed.
Want to see the chuck the steps at Cody. I got what I wanted from the match.
I hear
Yeah, and I thought I was trying to find a clean screenshot of where Cena like rises up with him on the shoulders on the Cody
That was
elevator.
dope, by the way. That was dope.
That's gonna be meme city for a long time when
Mhm.
something bad happens to someone and then he just chucked him down the ramp.
Yep.
They used the bottom rope. Cody got a little vicious here too, a little heelish.
But by the way, when you get a chance, McKinney had a question for us.
Copy that.
It's a little ways up. Just make sure you can see the emoji. McKinney had a very important question.
Let me see here. Hey Sean, who was that lady who made some Stone Cold chocolate chip cookies?
Deborah. Okay.
When Cena came up through the Cody Vader, that was pure cinema. Oh, not that word.
Conrad hates the word cinema.
The different terms, please. It's overused. Only 2 ways to hit a single after hitting a home run: failure to touch all the bases, and the opposing team points it out before you can. If you pass one of your teammates running the bases, he came in with the real definition.
Wait, run that back. I want to read that again, bro.
Go ahead.
The only way to hit a single after hitting a home run: failure to touch all bases, and the opposing team points it out before you can, or if you pass one of your teammates. That's not true, clown. That's incorrect. And Guy Will Gamble and I pointed that out. Do your research, my man. The New York Mets, Robin Ventura, playoff game, hit a home run, or what seemed like a home run. He rounded first base. His teammates mobbed him before he got to second base. He never made it to second base. It's a single. Do your research, my friend. Do your research.
I'm gonna have to go back in time.
As a matter of fact, you can Google it. It's called, if you look up on YouTube, the grand single, it comes up. Robin Ventura, New York Mets.
Yo, wild. So wrapping this up, Cody gets the win. You think maybe Cena's gonna turn heel here? Nope. He gives him the solid approval. This is your new guy. This is who you're gonna cheer for. And like I said, I don't know if people believe Cody is the top guy. I know some people are like 100% he is. And there's other people who say it's Roman. That's up for you to debate in your head. I feel like we're in the midst of a Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart type situation between all of them with this.
Mm-hmm.
But he gives him the solid nod of approval. I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to go on the show tomorrow. And I swear to you, this was how I really felt. I was like, I'm going to talk good about this show. Because you know what? It wasn't too bad. Night 1, I out of 10, what would you say for night 1? Let's rank these up.
For night one, I'm not going to give it more than about a 7. That's being generous. It was about a 6.5 or a 7.
Handshake through the screen, brother. I feel the same way. Like 6.5 is what I was going to say.
Yep.
And then you look at night 2. Night 2, I would give it a solid like 8.5. I thought it was pretty good. 8.5.
You're a little bit more generous than me. I'm going to go solid 8, but it was definitely an improvement from night 1 for sure.
Yeah. And it should be, right? You have
You would think so. You would think so.
Like Triple H should have known, like, where was it? Okay. This is where we are. And then if I could change my score, I would lower it all the way, bro, because of this. We hear a guitar riff. And now look, I'm about to tell everybody in this chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come in here acting a fool. Don't come in here acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse, I love the main event of the night 1. I didn't like there were too many tag matches on night 1 for me, though. Like, I'm looking in totality. I don't do this. John Moxley won the main event, and I'm going to give this a bad score. No, let's look at the whole show. All right, that was one bad thing in it. I get it's the main event. People can be mad. Some people are going to attack, but me and Sean, we know we've been doing this a long time. Now every match is going to be perfect.
Right.
Now,
and one thing we could all agree on before you get, because I want you to have the full stage for this. One thing we can agree on: SummerSlam was better than WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know. This one might be getting up there with our other ones. Said, what's good, man? Welcome.
What up, Said?
They got more time. I don't know. A lot of people weren't feeling that one in here. But I can respect what you're saying. Said Joe Compton with the $10 super chat. He says there is one person to blame for. Well, we're going to talk about the guitar riff. Brock Lesnar came back. Brock coming back, and that is Cena. He requested for Brock to return. We're about to get into this, Joe. Right now. It's time. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. We're about to get into this because this is what BJ was probably waiting for. So Brock Lesnar comes back. He's cowboy. he's wearing a cowboy hat. He's doing all this stuff, right? He comes out, hits the F5. Cena knew he was coming to get him again because anytime he comes back and Cena's out there, it's usually the F5 him. He went for it. Brock does his thing, and he arrives and leaves. And I heard people going crazy. I heard I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that way at all. I felt like I'm angry. Because people don't know what's going on behind the scenes with this, Sean.
And you know what? And shame on people for not doing their homework if they don't know.
Yeah. Listen, people are going to come in here. They're going to talk about, innocence and all that. I don't want to hear none of this right now. Because here's the thing. You could talk to Business Conrad. Business Conrad's going to tell you this straight up right now. Do not bring this person back. If this was my company, Conrad's in charge. He is not coming back, number one, period, if it was me. But if you were like, Conrad's really not your choice, they want to do this, he's not coming back until he is cleared of all, like, everything is done. The dust is
totally exonerated. Yep.
And we know what has happened. We don't know what has happened. And I know, WWE Legal cleared him weeks and weeks ago. Cleared him from what? What changed then? We did our own investigation that we're being investigated on. Come on, man. Like, you didn't need to bring this back. This dampened the mood. I know people who are not going to watch WWE now because of this, and that's fine. And I believe some of these people. BJ even came in here and said it himself. Like, he's like, no, I'm done right now. Like, call me back when all this is done. Like, I'm not here for this. And I can respect that 1,000%. And I just don't like this situation. And they released a statement today, Sean. I'm going to bring it up real quick, and I'm going to read it. I can
read it if you want, because you're doing this is your segment, so I'll support you by reading it. For far too long, abuse was always allowed to thrive under WWE's leadership. Instead of righting this wrong, WWE has done nothing to ensure those responsible are held accountable. This attempt to sweep misconduct under the rug will backfire. We look forward to the full set of facts, including those about Mr. Lesnar, coming out in a court of law where they belong. But in the meantime, we refer you back to Janelle Grant's updated complaint, which outlines in detail the abuse she endured by McMahon and others while employed at WWE, end quote.
And that's from Janelle Grant's legal team. Why would you have someone back that was in any of this? Sean, please. It's beyond me. Because if I was on here, y'all know how I get down. I'll start cussing up a storm because this is stupid in my opinion, and it makes no sense. And I know people are going to come on here and can we get on Triple H too real quick?
Sure, let's go, man.
It's time. And I know you'll get on him real quick. Look at Triple H doing this it was John Cena. Triple H is trying to preserve his career. He does not care. This is a corporation at this point. What do corporations do, Sean? You have to preserve yourself. It wasn't my fault that this happened. It was Teddy's fault. It wasn't my fault. Conrad's in charge of marketing. Sean's in charge of this. I didn't do it. I'm the brainchild of this all.
Right.
And that's something we're going to talk about later as to how he's positioning himself and how he is seen. John Cena makes calls and then you just do it? Ain't no way, Sway. Ain't no way. John Cena's telling you what to do. John Cena's running creative too. And guess what? People are about to get real mad at this one. The Rock, I don't blame The Rock for not coming back. If I'm The Rock, I'm not coming back for this either. If
I'm The Rock, I'm staying as far away from this as possible.
Goodbye. So guess what? Rock, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Did you mess some stuff up? Absolutely. But guess what? I don't blame you for not wanting to be a part of this. I wouldn't want to be a part of it either.
Well said.
And he don't make the choices. Feel free, Sean, to jump in. This is your time too.
The word of the day for me when it comes to the Brock Lesnar return last night is there's a couple of words, but I want to take the most prominent one. Disgraceful. With everything that's on the table right now, with everything that's going on behind the scenes, obviously we're not behind the scenes as it relates to the legal team and legal proceedings that are taking place. But the bottom line is he has not, Conrad, correct me wrong if I'm wrong, he has not been exonerated of all these things yet. Nothing, there's been no determination of guilt or innocence.
Correct.
So,
He's not, his name has been named in what part he took into this, but you have people that are employed in your company that are women.
Right.
If
so at
they,
the end,
if they believe it, like why would you bring him back into that environment?
There's an ugliness that comes along with this decision that resonates throughout the entire professional wrestling community. Just because something is shocking does not mean it's good for business. Yes, Brock Lesnar's return last night at SummerSlam was shocking. That doesn't mean it's good. Did I take a deep breath when I saw Brock Lesnar show up? Of course I did. But it was immediately followed by, what the hell are they thinking? Like, this is wrong.
Right. And I want to answer Joe Compton. Thank you once again for the super chat, Joe. I appreciate the love you always send to me, Sean, Derek, all of us over here. He said, do you think Brock returns if Cena didn't request it? It doesn't matter. He was already supposed to come back before for those Royal Rumble shows and everything else. They just told him you're out for now. And that's what it was. He was always going to probably try to get back in. That's what it seems like. He might have a contract still. We don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, so I mean, and he's going to be in the main event of the program with John Cena. It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful, and honestly, it's just another example of Triple H's ineptitude to make decisions that are conducive to proper business acumen.
Yeah. I'm just reading from the chat. SummerSlam was 100% better than Mania. Delay Grass said Travis Scott's run has been redeemed in my eyes. He probably didn't want to be, like I said.
Yep.
Said, appreciate the salute, man. Thank you. Let me see here. Yeah, Joe, Triple H threw John Cena under the bus with that one because it's never their fault. It's never the top person's fault. What did they say for years? You can't run this company without Gomez. You can't. It will never work without him. That's what they want you to believe so that they feel important. Let me see here. Yeah, and there's other people who, guess what? Enzo Amore didn't get in trouble for some of his situations. Why didn't you bring him back? The standard doesn't make sense with what they're doing. To me, this screams greed. Like, this is about money more so than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think that's what it is, man. Let's see here. Let's see. I see that, Sean. You want to take it?
I mean, I think it's a proper thing to do.
Yeah. I see people are talking about that he's innocent. We don't know, right?
We're not presuming innocence or guilt. Well, we're talking how I feel about Brock Lesnar as a human, how Conrad feels about Brock Lesnar as a human is irrelevant. What we're saying is that it's irresponsible. It's irresponsible to bring a man back during an investigation of this magnitude. He's not being investigated for running red lights. He's not being investigated for driving through stop signs.
Yeah, he took a candy bar.
This is a major investigation for a major thing. And at the end of the day, until it's solidified, there is nothing at all that should perpetuate him being on my television.
Period.
It's irresponsible. Plain and simple. Who cares about innocence or guilt? It's irresponsible.
Period. And I'm not going to condone any of the stuff that's been going on with this. And like I said, we bring it up and we talk about it. I'm not accusing anyone of anything because guess what? We don't want to be sued. I
wasn't there. Conrad wasn't there. If what took place, I'm going to say this with confidence and no remorse. If what took place allegedly actually did happen, it's reprehensible. The word is if. But the bottom line is if or if not. He should not be on our television screen during the investigation.
Or until everything's resolved. It's ridiculous. And people, you can look up the definition of human trafficking and make your own conclusions about it. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to say what I had to say. Like I said, the terrible stuff that they're getting. Some people say don't say anything. Silence means more. Some people are saying no, keep speaking about it. I don't know how to feel about it right now, honestly. I've been frustrated with WWE for years. Sean's been frustrated with the company for years, and there's many other people who have as well. Because once you get up and you're like, you know what, I was going to say something good today. Guess what happened? All you had to do was finish. It was like parking a car. All you had to do was finish parking the car, and you hit the curb. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? It makes no sense. Stick the landing. You couldn't do it. Like, I don't understand what happened here and why they do it. And like I said, BJ's making some great points. China can't get into the Hall of Fame if people Google her, but what about this guy now? You know,
facts, BJ. Well said. Agreed.
Yeah. And
the hypocrisy is deafening.
And Vinny, great point here. Triple H talking out two sides of his mouth, 100%. Because Sean, did you notice that the press conferences were gone? Now it's just a post show where like Big E and Joe Tessitore will talk to you and ask questions. Why would you do something like that?
Maybe because he got hit with some questions he didn't want to answer and didn't want to put himself in a bad spot again.
And he had a lot of videos showing himself hanging out with some big presidential wigs. Rumor has it Linda McMahon was backstage again, former WWF president, I believe, back in the day. She was backstage. And if you know her new job, you can Google it and look it up.
Guys, the level of possible, once again, playing the game to make sure we don't get sued, the levels of possible underhanded, what's the word I'm looking for? Toxicity happening in WWE is stifling. The alleged amounts of underhanded toxicity, the people that are being brought back, the company that some of these backstage people are keeping right now. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, bro, like how much worse can it get? Who's going to be backstage next? I'm not going to say that because then we would get sued.
Well, yeah. And I got to be careful too for people who don't know. So Matt says they didn't hit a curb. They ran into a 7-Eleven. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like everyone's saying, PR shambles, everything else. Alex Alberto G, he said, y'all should be mad at The Rock. He should have been there last night. No, I don't blame The Rock for leaving. I don't blame
The Rock either.
I'm not going to be part of this. I don't want to be part of your foolishness. Like, that's how I feel. If you're going to do stuff like this, could you imagine The Rock being on some movies and then they're going to ask him about this? No, I'm good. He might still get asked about this. I'm good. Like, nah. To me, it just doesn't make sense. And Anthony, thank you for being in here. Anthony is asking about, is this more TKO than Triple H? Because isn't there a salary coming up a couple months? I don't know.
Yeah. Obviously, Delayed Grats and Eazy-E. We cannot highlight those comments, but we see you and we feel you. We get it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into I forgot who had just said it. Whose comment did I just bring up? Anthony had just asked, is Brock going to be his last opponent? I don't think so, because here's the dance from Fightful, and I'm gonna put this back onto the wrestling bit of this. But the next thing we're gonna talk about, we'll go into it again. So the next time we're gonna see him is at the Montreal SmackDown. Then he's gonna go to Dublin, Ireland, France, Clash in Paris, SmackDown in Chicago, Springfield, Massachusetts, Perth, Australia, San Diego, and December he'll have a retirement match, which I could have seen a whole Saturday night's main event being like dedicated to John Cena for what he's done for the company and all that. I don't know. I think this could be a match at the next PLE. I don't know. I don't care, honestly. Is that bad to say? I don't care what they're going for with this.
I don't care either. And I think at the end of the day, we shouldn't care because they don't care clearly about doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the right thing. I always go back to Jey Uso. This is not a Hubs clamoring for Jey Uso to be World Heavyweight Champion since 2023. That's not the right thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about the right thing of human decency. That's what's lacking here. Human decency and common sense.
Yeah. Clash in Paris will be their next event. That's going to happen at the end of August for those interested in watching that show. Looks like they have some matches lined up for it already. I believe Stephanie Baker is owed a title shot. And
Baker and Naomi is official.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll get some more matches added in the upcoming weeks for that as well. We talked about the other stuff. Let's get into our other thing here, Sean. Let's talk a little. Let me just make sure nobody else said anything that I needed to highlight. All good, man. Thank you. Yo, shout outs for highlighting that for you guys. I much appreciate it. I get lost in the sauce sometimes trying to do that. Yes. Let's see. What's up with my guy, Omos? They've talked about sending Omos out to some of these other places they're working with right now, too. And we're going to talk about that at the very end. But let's talk a little WWE Unreal. Sean, you had brought it up that we should try to check this out and review it. I did not have the time to, though. How did you feel about the series going into it?
I think it did a lot more damage than good as it relates to WWE backstage. It did tell a story. It did tell a story. Some of the main components of this 5-part docuseries on Netflix focused on The Rock, John Cena, Jey Uso, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, obviously Triple H, and several other key components to WWE programming. I'm going to go down the gamuts of, and Conrad, please feel free to stop in and check in and ask me questions or whatever the case may be. Each show was pretty much dedicated to a section of WWE programming, starting from the January 6th premiere on Netflix all the way through WrestleMania 41. The narrative, I'm going to get into some of the positive narratives, and then I'm going to get into some glaring things that we really should talk about, which are pretty unflattering to World Wrestling Entertainment. The cool parts, we're talking about Jey Uso's ascent to the World Championship. The cool parts, we're talking about CM Punk's ascension to his first ever WrestleMania main event. The cool parts were Bianca Belair and her quest to win a championship again, even though she fell short at WrestleMania by winning the Elimination Chamber. And I'm sure there were other good parts as well. Obviously, the John Cena last ride scenario. But you know what was glaring to me? What was glaring to me are things like this. There was a portion of time where they were talking about the CM Punk versus Seth Rollins match, the main event of the premiere on Netflix for Monday Night Raw. And for those of you that don't know, Abyss, former superstar Abyss, is a producer for WWE, and Park is his real name. Abyss produced the Seth Rollins versus CM Punk match at the premiere of the Netflix Monday Night Raw era. Apparently, Abyss produced the match that was a little bit too long. It was probably went a little bit too long according to the liking of those who were his supervisors. What I saw absolutely disgusted me. Was the match perhaps overproduced? Probably. Was the match bleeding into too much time as they were trying to go off the air? Probably. But to see that grown man, Chris Parks, apologize fervently and repeatedly to Bruce Pritchard for going over time, and Bruce Pritchard making him feel this small. For those listening on audio, I'm putting my fingers an inch apart from each other. Making him feel this small as he continues to apologize. I'm sorry I went over time, Bruce. I didn't want to make you mad, Bruce. You know I respect you, Bruce. And then a stand-up individual an honorable individual like William Regal comes over to Chris Parks and says, you did a good job. Don't let it bother you. The match was fantastic. And Chris Parks looks like he has tears in his eyes. As he says he's not worried about it, but you can tell that he is. Looks like he has tears in his eyes, continuing to ask Bruce Pritchard for forgiveness. I'm really getting pissed off as I'm talking about this, Conrad. For forgiveness for going 7 minutes too long on a match, by the way, that was freaking epic. And Bruce Pritchard making them feel that big. We have the backstory of how Jey Uso, everybody wanted CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble, which would not have been a bad idea. Michael P.S. Hayes was the one who originally threw out the idea of Jey Uso. Triple H apparently goes up to Jey Uso and says, we're going to put a rocket on your butt and send you to the moon. That's what he says to his face. That's what he says to Jey Uso's face. But when he goes back to the writer's room, he then expresses to the team that he has question marks about Jey Uso's win, endurance, character development, and entrance. Now, is there issues with Jey Uso's win and cardiovascular training? Yes. But why did Triple H not say that to Jey Uso's face? Why did he encourage Jey Uso to his face and then go back and try to crap all over Jey Uso backstage?
Booker's lie, man. Booker's lie.
He tells Io Sky that she's the best in the world at what she does. Then he tells Rhea Ripley that she's the best in the world at what she does. He tells Stephanie to open up the Royal Rumble for no apparent reason. He comes up with an idea to have Kevin Owens win the Undisputed Championship at Elimination Chamber when he goes out to have Rock ask Cody Rhodes if he's going to sell his soul. Cody Rhodes says no. And then Kevin Owens is called out for an impromptu WWE Championship match where Kevin Owens was going to be the undisputed champion. That was on the table. Only for it to be where John Cena turns heel and hits the Grand Slam single that we all know turned out to be the case. I don't know, Conrad Cushman, chat, what Triple H and WWE were trying to portray in this documentary, but it didn't come across good to me.
Sounds like incompetence.
It didn't come across like a sound working situation and productive work environment to me. It reeked of backstabbing. It reeked of double-mindedness. It reeked of unconfident booking. All in one. So I'll leave you with that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. Chat has some too. I wanted to give Sean the floor because, like I said, he watched it. I didn't, so I'm not going to lie to you guys. MJB in the place to be agrees with you. He sent a $5 super chat. That's fear mongering in the workplace, bro. Not cool. I agree, Hubs. Anthony sent another one in for us too. He said Cornette has always said that Pritchard has an eagle where he starts controlling every other writer's storylines if they don't match what he wants to do. I'm not too familiar with where it came from. Maybe he said it on his podcast or something.
Anthony, Conrad Cushman, chat. Chris Park produced an amazing main event at the main event of the first Netflix Monday Night Raw. Would anybody disagree with that?
No.
It was a fantastic match. Bruce Pritchard made him feel like a child. He made him look like a child. Chris Park was, I'm obviously being facetious when I say this part, but Chris Park was essentially on his hands and knees, figuratively, of course, begging Bruce Pritchard to forgive him for going 5-7 minutes over. Please, Bruce, I don't want you to be mad at me, Bruce. And Bruce wouldn't even give him a bone. Like, I'm going to watch it again. Bruce Pritchard didn't say it was a good match. Bruce Pritchard didn't give him any. William Regal, I kid you not, Conrad Cushman, William Regal kept Chris Park from crying in gorilla position.
I saw. So I've seen clips of this. I've seen like all the major clips that popped up.
It was disgusting how he treated that man.
Yeah, I didn't think it was cool. Jesse's chiming in. He said, I've watched all of Unreal, even though I wasn't excited going into it, but it wasn't terrible. Of course, they are showing us what they want us to see. I agree with that, too. I do think some of it is what they want to see. Matt Lopez said that Kevin Owens' idea would have been wild.
It would have been.
Cactus, welcome. Appreciate you, good sir.
Cactus, how you doing?
Make sure you hit that like button, Cactus. Yeah, it's just like the other docs. MJB said, "Yeah, that's a good point, man."
Yeah, bring on the. If there's more questions, bro, I'm here. We can go a couple minutes over if we have to. Yeah,
some of them are just comments.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're good on time. We got 15.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I don't even know if they've announced matches. Someone could let us know. Triple H is a constant double talker. Listen, to be a booker, you're going to have to be a double talker, because how do you motivate people while at the same time you're promising? Someone's getting promised stuff while someone's climbing. Someone's also being promised stuff, and they're getting like pushed down, and they're watching it, and they're like, "Oh, you made a mistake. There you go. That's the reason why we're not."
Conrad Cushman. I'm gonna say it again. I don't know what WWE thought they were going to accomplish by putting this out, but I don't think it served the purpose they wanted it to serve.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. Did it come across, and this is for anyone who watched, did it come across that Triple H is the Dana White of WWE? I think I heard Meltzer mention something like this.
I would have to get more context to answer that question. I mean, I know who Dana White is and I know what he does, but what do you mean by that?
He is solidifying that you need me in this creative position. Like, the show is really about Triple H and how he operates and how he controls things. Let's go to the Royal Rumble thing again, right? Michael Hayes. I saw this, and Michael Hayes got a lot of hate. Like, I just saw it out of nowhere. Oh, you're the reason that Jey Uso. So if you didn't like the Jey Uso thing, people were jumping down Michael Hayes. I was like, what did Michael?
Ridiculous.
I ridiculous. I was like, what did Michael Hayes do? And they were like, dude, why did you book that match the way you did?
Because it was Michael Hayes. I would say Michael Hayes is the reason Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Yes.
Yeah, because Michael Hayes did what did I always say? You're the person in the room. Do it, Sean. If you were in creative, it's gonna be like, I know you guys want so and so, but what if?
Yep.
And then they ran with that idea. They said, you know what? For someone who doubted Jey Uso's skills, they sure believed in him then. Like, what happened here? Maybe they pulled up numbers, man. I don't know. Anthony, I kind of agree with you on that too. That I'm surprised he wasn't on the way out, but I don't know what Bruce contributes though. He's been around the game a long time, long time.
It bothers me because for a long time I liked past tense Bruce Pritchard. This side of him that I saw during this documentary, it was disgusting, Conrad. It was disgusting. But you know what? Let's talk about Michael P.S. Hayes for a second and his decision to have Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble. Look, I'll be the first one to admit I'm a fan of Jey Uso, but I'm not a fan to the point where I'm going to sit up here and overlook some glaring things. Jey Uso's cardiovascular is not what it's supposed to be. Jey Uso's moveset is not what it's supposed to be. But you know what? Damn it! Oh, he's over. He's over. And for some reason that continues to be overlooked. But I'm not going to dig into that. I'm going to dig into the glaring part of what this documentary is all about. Michael Hayes getting hate for putting a guy into a position to be successful when today, right now, today, Jey Uso goes into a 50,000 person arena and everybody's yeeting and cheering for him to win. Like, I mean, what exactly did Michael P.S. Hayes get wrong? But let me stop because I'm a Jey Uso fan. How about the idea of Kevin Owens winning the title in Elimination Chamber when Cody turned down The Rock? That would have been a freaking awesome idea. I bet you it wasn't Triple H's idea, which is why it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then I heard even with Punk, like Punk was supposed to win. And then I heard like when he congratulated Jey Uso, he was like, yeah, I wish it would have been me. But he gave him the handshake. Did you feel weird about like Punk's like everyone else was like, congrats, man, good for you, bro. And then Punk kind of said that little like, I don't know if it was a dig or what, but like, yeah, it should have been me, or was that someone who's just a CM Punk?
Conrad, as somebody who, and hate is a strong word, but I know you hate, and I hate this particular. You hate. We hate bullies. We hate bullies. Bruce Pritchard bullying Abyss. What is happening right now? Like, I know you didn't see all of it, but help me. I just broke it down for you. Exactly. I promise you, when you watch this documentary, you're going to see exactly what I just described. Who the hell is Bruce Pritchard to be pushing around Abyss?
No idea.
Somebody in the chat help me out. Who the hell is Bruce Pritchard to be trying to make Abyss feel small?
Or anybody, honestly.
Well, I'm just focusing on Abyss because it was him in this particular. Yes, or anybody.
Yeah, very, very weird. I'll say this whole thing. And shout out to Jesse. He had answered me back about that, and I had asked, did you feel like this was to make Triple H look like the guy? Yes, it did. I assume that was what the response was too. It was to make Triple H, you need me. I need to solidify my spot, because I told you guys, in the corporate world, you have to show people why it's your worth to be here, Sean. Why do we need to keep someone's coming for his job? That writer's room, it looks like it's all smiley faces. I don't know who's below him, but somebody else is going to go for that job.
By the way, Conrad, as you make your point, let me give you a little Jason Kidd assist here. Do you know whose idea it was to have Bianca? I love Bianca. Let me preface it by saying Bianca, that I love Bianca. Do you know whose idea it was for Bianca to act like a raging lunatic when Jade Cargill beat up Naomi in Elimination Chamber?
No clue.
Triple H. You know what would be a good idea? We need to have Bianca like lose her mind and act like she doesn't even know how to compose herself when Naomi gets beat up by Jade Cargill. Oh, but you're the booking genius. Bianca looked like a petulant child in that moment. One of the most phenomenal female chat. Let me know if you agree. One of the most phenomenal female competitors in WWE history was made to look like a fledgling, petulant child in that moment. That was Triple H's idea, Conrad Cushman.
Right. Anthony says, do you think it was hypocritical to attack Park over Vet's equal time overtime when he had multiple matches to that thing?
Well, there were only three. If you remember, there were only 3 matches on that show. If I'm not mistaken, no, 4 matches with the Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre match. Is he talking about Netflix, the Netflix debut?
Like I said, this might have context that I don't know.
Okay.
To it. So I don't understand if they went into that.
Well, no, they didn't talk about Jay versus Drew. They just talked about the 3 matches. It was Liv and Rhea for the women's title, Punk and Seth, and then you had help me out. Somebody help me out about the Netflix debut.
Roman and Solo.
Yes,
because we did a live stream for it. That's how I remember.
Yes.
Yeah. The Mark and Shark say Bruce Pritchard feels larger than life because of his newfound fame with his podcast. He was glorified too much from the podcast that he feels he's the best mind in the room. Could be. Sean, do you want to put a bow on this real quick? On anything else?
We can. I don't know what WWE is thinking. They made a big mistake putting this thing out because it did not make anybody look that good. I mean, obviously it was nice to reminisce and watch Jey Uso's rise to the world title, but Triple H said to his face he believes in him, and then behind his back was like, I don't know.
Yeah. So Anthony responded back, is it hypocritical to attack Parks for the match overtime on Netflix debut when Bruce throughout his career has had matches go overtime and he never got
there you go. Okay, Anthony, I agree. It's very hypocritical.
Yeah. Let me see here. McKinney and Miracle are not agreeing with the take about the Bianca. I mean, listen, some people loved it, some people hated it. It was
y'all know Miracle, McKinney. I respect y'all's opinion about that. If y'all think it was good acting, I get. But to me, it seemed like it was overacting.
Yeah, and Matt, I know you had it. I had this up already. Per PW Insider, WWE Unreal series has been renewed for a second season. They're expecting the new season set to premiere in 2026. So,
which will probably depict. SummerSlam season and everything like that.
Yeah. We'll run through the news and then we'll get you guys on out of here, man. Just to keep up with everything else that is happening. Appreciate everyone who's here. The now defunct Speed Championship. They're still listed on the website, but I just wanted people who care about the records of the belts to know that the Speed Championship it's probably going away. They haven't recorded content for this in a while, so let's play
another Triple H brainchild.
Don't wanna be all by myself. I got nothing, man. No one cares probably. Triple Mania is happening. It's gonna be Saturday, August 16th. You can watch it on the YouTube channel of I think it's going to be on WWE, and I assume Triple H.
Wow, they're really making Triple Mania mean something by giving it away on YouTube.
I think they've always done that for social media. I could tell you about where Triple H was before they got purchased, but y'all probably will say I'm a hater. So I'm just going to tell you it wasn't in a good spot.
Okay.
So right now we have Vikingo taking on El Grande Americano, Dominic Mysterio, the Intercontinental Champion, and Dragon Lee are going to be challenging in a 4-way. That will probably be a solid matchup for in-ring stuff, I would hope. I got nothing else.
I got nothing else either, man. Bound for Glory. Yeah, that's dope. Bound for Glory coming up October 12th. Make sure you check that out as well. I believe it's on Triller TV, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Hardy's Dudleys look like that's going to be one of the top matches. Might main event the show.
Oh.
Did you just read this? Sorry.
Yeah, I did just read that. Wow.
Shout out to the folks at Cultaholic. Both A&E and CW have been rumored to be in talks for a new TNA deal. Are you serious? I wonder who they have ties to. Let you figure it out. And AEW, they got 2 shows coming up. It was announced today, Saturday, November 22nd. They're going to be in the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Another full gear happening in New Jersey. So, yeah. Yo, Carlos Silva playing the long game. And AEW World's End, Chicago getting another pay-per-view. I've heard about this all week. Saturday, December 27th. There you go. If you guys want to get tickets to AEW World's End. I see we have a super chat sneaking in. Oh, yeah, that's going to be another issue about ADR trying to get back in. I don't know. I heard
he'll probably be in WWE soon.
I don't know. I heard he was on the outs. He did talk mess about the guy with the pin now, so he might be regretting that. Can't wait for the counter programming on the 22nd and 27th. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Saturday night's main event that pops up.
Of course there will be.
John Cena's last match
Of course there will be. On the 22nd. That's like a week before Survivor Series. They probably will do Saturday's main event.
We got Monday Night Raw, man. I'm going to let you guys go and get ready to enjoy that. I'll put together the rest of this, man. But I thank all of you guys for rocking with us tonight. I know it was an important episode. I know we talked about some controversial topics and all that. Enjoy the wrestling you enjoy, man. I'm going to let Sean take us out of here, man.
Well, I appreciate, Conrad, of course, and all the chat for being a part of Clash of the Podcast, man. We try and put out really good content for you guys. We hope you appreciate it. We really do. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. Look out for Hubbernomics this coming Friday. Another episode's coming up this coming Friday. Looking forward to bringing that to you guys. Obviously, Clash of the Podcast every Monday, 6:05. Obviously, everything pro wrestling. Conrad and my guy Derek, as they bring forth the very best in AEW reviews each and every Wednesday night. So with that being said, man, I only got two things to say. God bless, be encouraged, evil never prevails, and Debra. Later, y'all.